Deep down, everyone enjoys a good love story. Whether it's something we long for in our life, or something we already had or have that it reminds us of. Seeing two characters we've grown fond of fall for one another is incredible. Join me now on St. Valentine's Day to remember 5 love interests that had my heart, and maybe yours too.
So, you like shogi?
There is absolutely no shortage of incredible love interests in Persona games. Persona 5 is no exception. Yet with all these lovely ladies to choose from, Hifumi steals my heart every single time. A professional shogi player on the fast track to stardom, our protagonist first comes across her in the Kanda church, where she will ask you to play a shogi match with her. She of course smokes you real quick, but says she rather enjoyed the match and asks if you'd like to play another match sometime. I've always had a weakness for little, mousy, wildly intelligent women. If you know, you know. There is no stimulation greater than a powerful and engaged mind. And as we get closer to Hifumi, we find out her mother is being borderline abusive and living her life vicariously through her. And then the shocker. Her mother has been arranging to have matches fixed so her daughter can continue to win. After covertly changing her heart and making her realize the damage she's doing to Hifumi and herself, she relents and stops not only pressuring Hifumi, but stops paying off her opponents. Shortly after, Hifumi loses her first match. Instead of being devastated, she thanks you. She is incredibly intelligent after all, and deduces only you could be the phantom thief that changed her mother's heart. And she was happy, even having lost, because she was finally facing her opponents at full strength. There is a beautiful dichotomy in Hifumi. She is reserved and quiet, yet she is fiercely competitive and brilliant. Let's not even get into those dark eyes and those bangs. Hifumi is perfect. She will always be my choice for a love interest in Persona 5. Guess I'll just have to watch Let's Plays for the others.
Surprising you with this so suddenly. In truth, I've surprised even myself. It's unthinkable that someone who spent their entire life avoiding people could offer you a ring. But who I am now? It's all thanks to you. You've shown me a strength I didn't know I could possess.
Fire Emblem Three Houses is one of those games where people can debate their husbandus and waifus for days on end. For me, there was never any debate. Meeting Marianne, learning her backstory, and watching her grow is one of the great storylines in the game. No, the entire Fire Emblem series. Hounded and cast out, cloistered away because of the misfortune her Mark of the Beast may bring her and her family, Marianne has lived a sad and lonely life. When we first meet her, she has no confidence in herself. She blames every failure or misfortune she witnesses on herself. With the protagonist's love and support, we see her open up and bloom into the incredible woman she was meant to be. Once she overcomes the beast, Marianne becomes a competent healer and magic user, a trusted confidant to many, and eventually a wonderful bride to our protagonist. Rooting for and watching Marianne change and grow was truly delightful. She will always get the ring from me.
Senpai? As long as you're watching me, I'll do my best.
I've played through Persona 4 more times than I can count. Originally on PS2, Golden on Vita, and the dancing game twice. My first playthrough, I was a total sucker for Yukiko. She fits the bill for me. But after dancing, I had to revisit Rise. My mind was blown. Rise, in my opinion, is not only Yu's ideal mate, but is canon one if you follow the dancing game. Watching her struggle with fame, seeing her fight with the cavalcade of personalities she had to exhibit to be a pop star, for all the fame and fortune, glitz and glamour, Rise just wanted to be a regular girl. With the protagonist helping her find her true self once again, she falls deeply in love with him. She is hands down the most genuine, relatable, and real character in the game. She'll always have my heart.
Senpai. I love you.
Talking over here.
I thought you'd left for good.
Hey!
Our choices are few.
Balthier!
This is as much for you as it is me.
Oh?
Final Fantasy XII is one of those games that doesn't get talked about enough. And we're not going with Ash or Pinello here. Nope. Fran is the lady who stole my heart in this game. I see her very much as a character like 7 of 9 from Star Trek Voyager. Sure, she is outwardly very physically appealing, and that may have even been the original thought behind the character, but there is so much depth to be had here. Not only do Fran and Balthier live in an exciting Bonnie and Clyde lifestyle, but she literally gave up everything for her love and devotion to him. Her people are extremely xenophobic and isolationist. They live very specific lives based on gender and status. She turned away from all of this, knowing her people would disown her, for Balthier. Their love reminds me of a love story out of our own world, in the 50s or 60s, when race or religion limited your acceptable partners. It's brave and beautiful, just like Fran is.
I suppose you'd better hang on then.
Everyone always expects Aeris to be at the top of everyone's list. I love Aeris, but let's be honest, she was the starter girl. The next installment of Final Fantasy would have the true apple of so many of our eyes. Is it possible for a video game character to set our taste in a mate? To set our expectations for love and relationships? For a whole generation of young men, and I imagine some young women as well, Rinoa did just that. Throughout all of the trying events of the game, she gently works at Squall to soften his hard exterior and to get him to share his feelings and emotions. She develops a strong bond with him, as though she has many followers, none are close to her. We slowly watch them fall for each other, and I was brought to tears by a few of their scenes together. In what is a deep and nuanced story of sorceresses, time compression, and rebellions, literally all that matters is the love between Rinoa and Squall. Before the age of fan service, before the age of social links and dating in games, there was Rinoa, and all was right. Thanks for watching. Who were your crushes in gaming or your favorite couples? Let us know in the comments down below. If you like what we're doing here, give us a like and subscription please. Happy Valentine's Day, and as always, stay creepy.